Lady, now recognize the gentleman from Indiana, Mr. Messmer, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman, and for all the witnesses today. Hoosier farmers are increasingly productive. Between 2020 and 2023, net farm income grew by more than 60%, even though active farm acres declined. While much of this productivity is due to expertise of growing, some of it is of the efficiency, some can be attributed to new farm tech. My district is at the forefront of the next generation of crop protection chemistries, but before our ag innovators can bring a product to market, they must grapple with the threat of IP theft. Mr. Abbott, can you speak to how IP theft impacts the decisions you make at Adjuvants Unlimited?
Yeah, we take that very seriously, right? We want to say, and the proprietary nature of our business here is, because a lot of the adjuvants are not patent protected as crop protection is. So we need to make sure that we keep that confidential and secure.
Okay, thank you. The USDA identified cybersecurity as a primary threat to our national farm security. Mr. Abbott, how can Congress partner with businesses like Adjuvants Unlimited to bolster IP protections through cybersecurity enhancements?
I would say wherever you can fund it, I would support that.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Cameron, I appreciate your comments about the pragmatism of the American farmer. The producers who have survived the last several years of razor-thin margins are among the most efficient, innovative, and hardest-working individuals out there. They are not wasting expensive chemicals on irresponsible over-application. Mr. Cameron, for the purpose of shedding light on a part of farming that is often misunderstood, can you quantify how much pesticide is applied on an acre of your conventional crops?
Can I quantify the amount of pesticide used?
Yeah.
You know, we grow a very diverse number of crops on our operation, and you know, I think years ago we used to spray on a much more frequent basis, maybe a calendar basis. We use integrated pest management on all of our crops. We scout. We have companies that actually come do pest control work on our farm, check our fields, but we also check behind them. I always say the best footprints, you know, are your own to be on your farm. We need to be out in the field looking at our own fields. But as far as quantifying, you know, we grow over 2,000 acres of processing tomatoes. We may put one product on sulfur, a very common for disease and insect protection. And then we may later in the season put one spray on for worms to keep them from getting into the tomatoes. But, you know, I look back on how we used to farm. We used to spend more money. We try to, our products cost more, but they're more specific and they're more effective.
Okay, thank you. The National Corn Growers Association compares the amount of glyphosate applied to an acre of farmland to that of a large cup of coffee being spread evenly around a football field. But in the real world, the absence of this coffee cup's worth of protectant is large. It would lead to large crop losses and eradicate the use of soil health practices like no-till. So they're very important. FIFRA keeps our producers, consumers, and environment safe. But the process is incredibly slow and needs improvement. Mr. Abbott, you mentioned that $500 million in CPDA products are currently tied up in EPA reviews. How challenging is it for a small biotech innovator to wait out these EPA delays?
Very costly. I don't know the exact dollar amount, but I do know the longer they wait, every day is lost revenue. So, and not only for the small startup companies, but also for the farmer as well, because it's back to needing additional tools out there to be successful.
Okay, thank you. In holding up pesticide reviews, the Biden administration forced small businesses to shoulder a heavy expense. I'm encouraged by the steps the current administration is taking to right these wrongs, and I look forward to working with them to ensure affordable access to critical inputs for Hoosier farmers. With that, I thank you all for sharing today, and Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
During a recent hearing, Representative Mark Messmer highlighted the increasing productivity of farmers despite a decline in active farm acres. Between 2020 and 2023, net farm income grew by more than 60%, a result attributed not only to farmers' expertise and efficiency, but also to advances in farm technology. His district is at the forefront of developing new crop protection chemistries, but innovators face significant challenges related to intellectual property, IP, theft. Mr. Abbott of Adjuvants Unlimited emphasized the importance of safeguarding proprietary information, especially since many crop protection products are not patent protected. Protecting this information is vital for maintaining the competitiveness of agricultural innovations. The USDA has identified cybersecurity as a major threat to national farm security, and Mr. Abbott expressed strong support for congressional funding to enhance cyber protections. Messmer also praised the pragmatism of American farmers, describing them as efficient, innovative, and hardworking individuals who avoid wasting costly chemicals through over-application. Mr. Cameron shared how integrated pest management is practiced on his farm, applying pesticides sparingly and only when necessary. For example, on 2,000 acres of processing tomatoes, only 1 or 2 targeted sprays are applied per season, a significant reduction compared to past practices. The National Corn Growers Association compares the amount of glyphosate used per acre to a cup of coffee spread evenly across a football field. While the quantity may seem small, its absence would lead to substantial crop losses and threaten sustainable soil health practices such as no-till farming. The EPA's regulatory process, while essential for safety, is slow and needs improvement. Mr. Abbott noted that $500 million worth of crop protection products are currently held up in EPA reviews, causing costly delays. For small biotech companies, these regulatory bottlenecks impose heavy financial burdens, resulting in lost revenue and delayed access to critical tools for farmers. Messmer expressed optimism about recent steps taken by the current administration to rectify these issues, emphasizing the importance of affordable access to vital agricultural inputs for Hoosier farmers. He concluded by thanking the witnesses and yielding back his time.